Welcome back to another episode of Unmuted Soul-Tides&growth. I'm your host, Alyssa, and today we're diving deeper into something real, raw, and uncut. I've got a very special guest with me here today. Her name is Miss Nikki.
Hi, you guys.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to take a second to say that I remember when Miss Nikki had first reached out to me about how I was going through a lot of things. My last relationship filled with narcissistic abuse, disrespect, um, also emotional damage. In a moment where I felt that my spirit felt tired, she gave me words of that truly touched me, words that reminded me of who I was, even when I couldn't see myself. Fast forward, as I started healing, growing, and finding my voice again, I reached back out to her, not only because she inspired me, but because I saw what she was going through as well, something far too many women have experienced. And when I asked her what she wanted today's topic to be, she didn't even blink, and she gave it a topic of trust actions, not excuses, believe people the first time.
First time.
So, with that all being said, Miss Nikki, I wanted to ask you, why did you choose this topic?
Me, honestly, that topic is so important. And it's not just with relationships, friendships, family, co-workers, it don't matter. The biggest thing about believing people what they first believing people from, how could I say it? Like, I'm gonna say first disrespect. When someone feel open enough to disrespect you, and that kind of just tell you how that person feel about you, basically. So with that being said, it's like pretty much, let's just take it back from like friendship. You can be with friends, so you can be somebody's friend for years or whatever, and then that person just show you some kind of disloyal things, unloyal things,
Absolutely.
uh, backstabbing shit. Believe it,
Right.
because I mean that's how they feel about you.
Right.
Because I mean, if it come with love, if it come with caring, if it come with everything, then it wouldn't have to happen.
Right.
So pretty much just believing people, basically that first rodeo. Yeah, I'll say maybe 2 times, 3 times, but that's pushing it. We
Right.
in 2025. We ain't about to keep on letting you disrespect us them many times.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with being having a forgiving heart because you gotta have that for yourself.
Right.
But the biggest thing is just don't let nobody play in your face, girl. Your face is pretty. You don't let nobody play in there. And that's just what it is. Like, pretty much in my situation, I post something viral that I let the whole world see,
Right.
me on some crashing out type shit. But hey, that's how I handled my pain that day when I did call my husband. Yeah, I went out by emotions, homegirl. Like I walked in the bowling alley, cheese, motherfucker post.
Right.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I can't really say, what I did was right because it was I just went off emotions.
Right.
I mean, I don't care about no feedback coming from me. I got negative feedback, I got positive. It really don't matter because a lot of women hide behind shit that go on. But it's not right to just keep on letting it go on. And I'm just, here to just, understand somebody for who they are that first time.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely do agree with you in regards to that because due to the fact that I had dealt with disrespect as well. I dealt with narcissistic abuse.
Oh,
I dealt with also a man spitting in my face. I did go back. That's because a lot of us women, we really don't want to start all over again. A lot
no,
of us women, we
no.
we love this person so much and we feel like we have so much potential. We see their potential that they can do better. And we take so much sorrows because we feel like, hey, we can't find another man, or hey, we cannot. We don't want to be by ourselves.
Yes, yes.
That's another thing.
And honestly, I went through a situation where when I met my husband, when I got with him, I already had 2 kids. And he took both of them in and raised them. And thank God for him. That's why, despite of whatever we went through, he's gonna, he's still a good man. I'm never gonna badmouth him at all. He took and raised them, and I had 2 more on top of that. And I mean 2 more kids, but that was actually his. And pretty much my thing was just coming in this world like, oh, I want to be called, be a single mama with 1, 2, 3 kids, and all that extra shit. So I took a lot of stuff in,
Right.
and you know, women do it. Women do it all day, every day. I hear some people say, "Oh, I stood in a relationship because of the kids and all that." But one thing I learned, guess what? When them kids get older, What you gonna do? Right. So that means like at the end of the day, what we doing? And my kids older. Yeah. Girl, I'm trying to have fun. I know that's right. So it's like at the end of the day, us women, we put up a lot, y'all. We take a lot, we hold a lot in, and it's just that's just how the world go. But these men, honestly, you give them a little taste of what they do. Yes, you give them an inch, they take them out. And they trying to jump off the nearest bridge. Now you want to kill yourself. No, cry like I cried. Yeah. Cry like I cried. But it's all good.
They can't take what they dish out. That's the thing. When they sit there and do it to us, it's a problem when we do it to them. So it's like, what where we going at with this?
Exactly.
Going at with this, and then they want to cry wolf. They want to come back.
If they want to they want to blame you for their wrongdoing.
Yeah, and call you out your name. Trust me, I know. I actually, like I said, I had that same situation.
But see that narcissistic stuff. Ooh.
That narcissistic. Let me tell you.
That's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. I'm gonna tell y'all, audience. I'm gonna tell y'all. To be honest with you, I really went through a lot in that relationship. And when I tell you, I am very grateful from outsiders like Miss Nikki. I really am. Thank you to the fact that she really understood me and she reached out to me. Like she was the only. It was like two other people that reached out to me, but I really knew them. But Miss Nikki really didn't know me like that. So for her to reach out to me and really seem that I was going through a lot, that really meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
If narcissistic abuse is real, you once you get over that abuse, you really start to really shield yourself and make sure you protect yourself with other red flags that you might see in different situationships and or in different relationships. Like right now, I'm going through a roller coaster right now.
Okay, we're not gonna keep going through the roller coasters.
So, not far as in roller coasters, what I mean, like far as in talking to other men, but at the same time, I cut them off left and right because I see little things that I don't
The red
flags, and I just cut them off completely.
And you know what? I honestly, even in their world, like nowadays, that dating world, that shit just ain't hitting on nothing. But then it make you be like, I'm gonna keep trying to clean up this man that I'm married to or I got love for. But if the energy was the same, then I ain't gotta keep cleaning it up. So it make you be like, man, what I'm really doing? It make you just go to question stuff. And again, you know, nothing wrong with listening to them red flags and looking at them. Nothing wrong with them. But some of them red flags be too red. Like you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Some things I could be like, okay, well, that might be some tedious that we can work on. But some of the red flags, baby, go play with your mama. Don't play with me. And that's really what it is. So, you gotta really be like mindful of that. But man, it's just, it's just tough. Like
This generation is not like our grandparents' generation.
no.
I always stretch that a lot because my grandparents been married for 54 years. We know that they tolerated a lot with each other. We
Yes.
But I feel like it's social media. It's a lot of things that go on with that a lot of people don't feel like that. Okay, hey, I have to how I can say I have to respect this person or however the case is.
You're right.
It's just really social media.
And that's why I tell people, I was the type of person that when I see things on social media, I'm like, oh yeah, like man, why we don't do this? Why we don't do that? But then here go my situation. You know how many people came up to me and said, man, I watch y'all social media, and man, y'all marriage only gave me light. And I'm like, behind that button when you hit post, is hell. So, it's like that just let you know, like, people go off of that social media and all that because guess what? People ain't gonna post their hard times on that motherfucker. They gonna post what they wanna post. You know? So, cause behind all that it is some, yeah. But again, social media nowadays in this world, that shit tears us up. Cause I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I go through shit and I be like, man, I'm gonna put this quote. Yeah, sitting there. I'm gonna send that subliminal ass shit. Sometimes I might put them in a close friend just so I know you got it, so I can see if you looked at it. Yeah, it do a lot to us, but we gotta know how to overcome that. Behind all that is still real life.
Right, it is, it is. And I just, and to go back on the narcissistic abuse, everyone, when I tell you I have healed myself, how I have healed myself, I used to really think about killing myself and all of that, y'all. I really have. due to the fact that I really was questioning myself, like, what am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong for you to act this way towards me, call me bitches and hoes and spit in my face and stuff like that and et cetera, et cetera. You know, it was just it and I felt like writing a book really
Mhm.
it really helped me a lot.
Expressing your feelings.
Yeah, it expressed my feelings a lot, and it helped me so much to the part where I just don't even think about that person no more.
That's when you know when it's over with, when you be embarrassed. Why the hell you even laid up with him? Like, I slept with that. I played with that. I even cried behind that. No, ma'am.
no. So I do have another question for you. What kept you holding on even when the actions was loud?
History.
History.
Just not history. Just knowing that all these years. But I feel like, okay, and I feel like, how could I say? Like, I built you. I ain't about to let nobody tear that shit down that fast.
Right.
And that's more to it. And that's how I felt. Like, nigga, I built you.
Right.
Your mama gave birth to you
Yeah.
and raised you, but I built you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you're not gonna tear that shit down. Ain't nobody, I ain't might let nobody could tear it down that easy. They gonna remember Nikki everything they do. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's what kept me on. And then history. And then my sons.
Right.
Cause I want them to know how to love a female.
Absolutely.
I want them to know how to be men. A real man, real father, a real husband,
Right.
without no bullshit. But it gotta come from right what they see.
Right.
And if they see that discombobulated ass shit, they gonna have a ten. Done honestly, like that's another thing that I was thinking about. A lot of people when they in this, when they in the area of trying to date and stuff, and they get in a relationship with people, sometimes you gotta look at their family history. And when I say that to say, you gotta look at somebody and be like, man, you might be this good person, but what family you came from?
No.
If you got this one over here sleeping with this one and this one over here, like you gonna feel like your person gonna deal with the same thing if you ever bring it out there. So you gotta look at it like, in that you gotta worry about, man, what family you came from. Where this lady is this, and his mom is this, his dad is this, his uncle is this, his cousin, sister, brothers, whatever. If they got fuck shit going on 90% of the time, you got the same thing going on. Your moment just didn't come because you don't know how to clean it up. And I don't want my sons to ever feel like, oh, I get with somebody and I see my mama and my daddy go through his shit. It's okay for me to do it. No, no, no. But that's a big thing. You got not saying you got to deal with family and all that, but you got to see where they come from. You got to see that, like, man, like, if your daddy was a player with 20 females, you gonna think you can do that shit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And y'all shout out to Miss Nikki because let me tell you, I be watching her on social media, baby. She does it with full boys. Listen,
It's not easy, y'all.
look here, she does it. Not easy. Look, yeah, cause you know how they be saying, "Oh, men, some men need their daddy in their life." You know, I understand that part for them to be, to grow up as men, but at the same time, if you doing it by yourself as a mother, yeah,
And it's not easy.
damn good.
And then that's why I say that's another reason why I held on. Because I had that partner. And I had him to basically, like, wherever mama lack at and slack at, here you go. So it's just bigger, like, it's just a bigger picture of how you deal with stuff. But, us as grown ups, we gotta think bigger.
Right.
If I can't be right, how I'm gonna be right for y'all? So mentally, I have to be right. I have to find that peace somewhere to be right to give y'all what y'all need.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely. So let me ask you, like, I know you said that the video had went viral and stuff, and
I took it down
I know.
finally. It would have stood up there for me for all I care.
And guess what? It's okay because I like I say, women go out by emotions, men go out by logic. You know, it is what it is.
That part.
And how does I wanted to ask you this? How did your sons feel about that?
I communicated with my sons. Yes, they was hurt about it because they looked at it in a lot of different angles. Like, yeah, I don't want to see you and daddy get a divorce behind this. But then also, daddy spending time with somebody where he could have been spending with us. So it's just a lot that um kids not gonna really tell you how they feel. They'll open up. But again, I try to keep my kids' head above level, regardless to what. It's just try to keep that relationship and make him build that relationship with them too. To where no matter what me or him go through, y'all still have that trust amongst mama and daddy. Right. So honestly, none of them never say, "Oh, we heard, we this," because they not gonna tell me that. My kids don't. They open up, but to a certain extent. That's any child, but I don't think it would have been easy for them. I know it ain't easy, and that was just something that I did that I didn't think that father say, man, how is this gonna affect a life? But I wasn't thinking. Child, I saw my husband rolling that ball and smiling. Motherfucker, girl, the old Nicky would have been, he would have been getting him, he would have been going down that aisle with her and knocking all them pins. I don't know how many pins be up there, but he would have been. Yes, yes, yes. But you know what? That's when I said it's a man above, y'all. Cause somebody made me say, Nikki, don't even do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But off cameras, I showed off. But it's okay. They don't need to know all that. But,
They don't need to know all that.
but it is what it is. Lesson learned. Yes. I was hurt. Gonna be hurt about it. The trust, ooh, Jesus. Good luck with finding that shit. I'm praying that it get back there. Eventually it will. But then in due time, it's just always something that sometimes things have to happen and shift in your life for greater. It's sad to say, but things have to happen. Nothing don't come easy. And it kind of opened up a lot just with families, in laws, everything. It opened up a lot, like man, how people really feel, sides people take, who amen to, who hand clap to that shit, and who say, man, you wrong, and I witness all that. So now it's like I gotta shift my whole life. Like man, I can't deal with you because I know in given moment, this moment, you gonna show me you ain't for me. In this moment, you show me you wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I feel like my phone should have been ringing off the hook like, girl, is you good. But then you got some that did ring my phone off the hook, but then wrong his too. With one advice over here, but then, yeah, you did that over there. But it shows you all. And that's why that topic of people, you gotta trust people for who they are and what you see at the beginning. You can't really question nothing because when you questioning things and you trust, it's like you faking it. It's like you trying to portray something that you're not, just so this person can accept you when they really didn't because they showed you
Right.
already.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And I just feel like marriages nowadays, oh, it's just a lot. Like honestly, I'm still confused about why married men continue to cheat on their wives. Like I had a
Child, I got more married men in my DM than a little bit.
me too.
I don't want child.
I am about to tell y'all about this. I had two married men. I'm gonna make a long story short. Two married men hit me up. And I just was saying it to myself, like, what are they not happy? Like, what is really going on with this world? Are they not happy? Like, so I really had to step back and I thought about this podcast. I said, I really want to make this podcast about our generation. Miss Niggins older than me, FYI. But I just feel like, our generation is including Miss Nikki, is including me, is including the people that not our grandparents' generation, shall I say, great grandparents. I just feel like when I thought about this podcast, I said, you know what? This is really going to be good for me and also our old generation due to the fact that the situation, like the marriages, the relationships, like what is up with the men cheating in marriages? Like, are y'all not happy? I be needing some answers sometimes, and that's another thing.
But sometimes though, us women, we play around too, though.
Oh,
Yeah, we.
start to see a cycle over and over again of men just like coming in your DM and stuff like that. It's just like,
Cause I'm gonna tell you like this, I probably got more men in my DM when I was still legally married. I'm still whatever, but they love a married woman, But that's crazy.
yeah, yeah. And I'm just like, I just be saying to myself, like, what in the world? Like, they be wanting to trick and everything. And I'm just like saying to myself, I always thought about what my grandma said. what goes around comes back around.
Oh, it come harder.
Oh, it come hard. That's why I didn't pursue them two.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Real talk.
That's why I didn't do that because I don't want to sit there and get married and here we go.
Here we go. This
Happen.
the cycle. Cartoon. Yeah.
It's gonna happen to me,
And
even though I know that okay, hey, you know, I don't know what might happen in my marriage. I don't know what might happen, but that goes back to the why do you think men cheat?
me personally, I think it's because it's a lot of reasons. But one is I don't know. I always ask, is it something I was lacking in? And if it was something I was lacking in, tell me.
Right.
And maybe I can tell you probably why. Because I don't believe in that shit 50-50. Because you can't always get 50-50 in a marriage. If I'm cooking, cleaning, working, doing all this, how the hell am I gonna have a little for you? You know what I'm saying? If you just, it's not gonna always be 50-50 in my eyes. Say, hell no, it might be 80-20. Some days it might be, 70-30. I don't know. It ain't gonna always be 50-50. But again, like, I don't know. The biggest thing is that I ask in my marriage is if I'm ever lacking in something, where and what. You know what I'm saying? But, it could be anything. It could be sexual. It could be, attention wise, it could be anything. Like, it could be anything. So everybody's situation is different. But 90% of the time, if a man doing something, it's a lacking somewhere. Somewhere, somehow.
So what like when that situation had happened, and sorry if I'm
No, 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 you good.
um when that situation happened, like did you like how did he what did he say? How can I put it? Did he say what you were lacking in after he cheated? After you seen him, did like pretty much ask him what did he say? What was
Just the way I verbally talked to him, and he was blaming me for something I did prior in the marriage when I was conversating with somebody. So he basically blamed me for why he was there. But and I know in the world, no, you can't blame nobody for your actions. That's something you wanted to do. They ain't got nothing. That wasn't for you to do. That was something.
not like that you did something very
Yeah,
severe.
yeah,
Like
exactly that part. Nope, it wasn't. So it was like they look for reasons. Men, and women. I mean, well, no, really men. I ain't us women. We just. Let me tell you something about what I learned. If a woman cheats, she cheating for replacement.
yeah,
If a man cheat, he cheating for just that moment.
just that
That's it. That's all. So we ain't blaming. You catch us, we ain't blaming. Nigga, that was your replacement right there. Now I ain't about to let you fuck it up. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's reality. But yeah, like I said, in my situation, it was more like, yeah, I made you this and I made you feel that. Or we start sleeping in separate rooms for like a week or something. Okay. If we start sleeping in separate rooms because I needed my space, ask me why I need my space.
right.
Ask me where could you intervene to help me to like what's going on, whether shift change, whatever. I think the biggest part about it was, the hurtful part about it was it wasn't about him being with nobody. It was about time. And that's something that you couldn't give your wife. So you made time to go give it to somebody else. That's personal.
Right.
That's personal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's personal.
Very personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been hurt. Yeah.
That's why I was. Hell, I want to roll the ball. I want to bowl. Fuck. I want some lemon drops and bowl. I might not hit the pins, but let me get an opportunity to pick the ball up and act like I'm doing something, look cute, running down a thing like Fred Flintstone or somebody roll the ball. I don't know. I wanted that. I wanted that experience. Fuck.
No.
I don't want it now.
I know you don't.
I mean, I it might take a little minute for me to ever be like, oh, we on a date. Okay, yeah, I feel like the one. No, I feel like you're doing it now because you didn't
You feel guilty.
guilty.
It's a guilty conscience.
Yeah, yeah. So pretty much. But like I said, while the 13 years of marriage or whatever, man, you gotta take things for what it is and see people for who they are, no matter what.
Yeah.
Good, bad, you just gotta see people for who they were. Like it's like nowadays you gotta scope the room. And that's what you gotta do in human. Scope 'em.
Yep. That's
Figure
exactly
them
what you
out.
gotta do.
When you get mad, how you react. When you broke, how do you react? When you feeling good, how you react. If a motherfucker give you $1 million, how would you react? Just it's hard, but you gotta do your homework now.
Yeah.
Homework on everything you do. Jobs, friendships, family, relationships. Fuck, do your homework.
Yep. That's
Because some people get placed in your life for a reason.
yeah. No me. Hello.
Whether it shift you or show you one or the other. Man, look, everything. So now it's like me personally, the way I am in life, man, I walk with, man, I got a guardian rail around me. You gotta get through that motherfucker some kind of way. Good luck. And when you get there, I'ma respect it. But right now, as long as you forcing yourself in it, I'ma make you work. You gonna have to keep pulling on that gate to get to me.
Network. Yep. Yep. And I just was saying to myself, I told myself, I said, you know what? Like they said, don't go find it. It'll find you.
That shit gonna find you. Girl, you could be in Walmart pushing the basket down the aisle with nothing but fucking cans of chili. And you grab that chili, he might be right behind you grabbing the other one like, oh, how you doing? You see? You didn't look for it. But it's not even about that, you know. And a lot of this shit come with prayer. Let me tell you, it took me so long, and I was a praying. It took me so long to really just have a conversation with God. It's like every time I start and say God something, here I go thinking of evil.
Yes.
I'm like, damn, man, I ain't got time for this, man. All in the shower, I'm like, let me just pray. Then boom, here go evil.
Yep.
Here go this. Here go
The
that.
devil. It's the
Damn.
devil. The devil is getting to your head. And that's what it was with me with my past relationship. When I tell you the devil had got to my head so many times, and then I had to think about jail. I had to think about debt. I had to think about all type of stuff because it was just like, what did I do so wrong? Like,
And that's bad when you go to blaming yourself. I learned that. I blame myself. I'm like, dang, I wonder just because I ain't doing this, maybe that's why. See, when you go to blaming yourself, man, that's the worst thing you can do. And I done it. That's why I'm speaking. I'm a living witness. You can't blame yourself for no bullshit. You can't blame yourself for how no one treat you or look at you or feel about you. Can't blame yourself. That's the first thing any person intuition gonna do is, man, I wonder because I said this or did this, then how, man, nope,
yeah,
nope. Shit ain't got nothing to do with you.
yeah,
But that come with life. That's anything. You go to blaming yourself. And I'll never do that. Because again, people know how they're gonna deal with you from the moment they see you. Sometimes people open their mouth and I already know how the conversation about to go.
I heard that so many times. That is crazy. That's crazy. So, did you find yourself losing parts of yourself?
Fucking right. Ooh. Girl, I wasn't even self no more. And it's not just in that moment, it's just in a lot of moments. Of bad moments that I had within friendships, relationship, whatever, man. I'm like, you feel weak, drained, like your energy just robbed from you. And they be like, damn, like you gotta like, that's crazy how things is. But you feel like you losing yourself. You go your whole schedule, everything just change up. You just don't care no more. And that's what it was.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I felt like I was losing myself too. I stopped going to church. I
Mhm. You gotta not believe in like why it happened to me. Everything you do, if something bad happen, you like, dang, if I'm doing this and I'm reading the word and all that, now why this shit not happening? Why this happening? And once it go to doing that, man, that's when you losing yourself. It's to trick you out your position, tricking you out your spot. You gonna losing yourself. And once you get to that point, losing yourself, man, you lost. Man, you don't never lose yourself in no situation. Keep that shit going. Especially when you know you ain't do nothing wrong or you intentionally see me a lot of things. Every time something happen, I'm like, man, did I do this person something wrong? But then when you go to question yourself, you're like, man, I really didn't do nothing, and this how they feel, man, stick with that and learn to just say stick with it. Don't clear shit up.
right.
Then that's what we need to stop doing. As people nowadays, stop clearing shit up. That's how you feel. Stay over there. Don't clear nothing up.
Confusion and drama, that's for sure. Cause I'm not about to sit here and keep on approaching every situation and you continuing to do the same shit over and over and over again. Like go back on my last relationship. Call it bitches. Bitches at who? Oh, I won't do it no more. I won't do it no more. Please. I won't do it no more. And then here we go with the narcissistic abuse. See, learn how to be quiet, shut up, shut the fuck up, and be submissive. I'm not being submissive to a person that disrespects me. I'm not being submissive to.
No, they want you to be in that soft girl. How the fuck you want me to be in the soft girl era when you making me hard? You making me have a wall up. How you want me to be? Oh, come and sit at the table and eat dinner.
And then
When you got me over here questioning myself, you want me to be soft.
then the fact that I really took you back after you spit in my face.
That's deep.
It's really crazy. And
That's a different type of.
I didn't tell my grandparents and my mom and them until after the fact, until after I had both of you.
You spit in somebody's face, you look at them as a dog. You look at them as a ground.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
That's nasty.
I didn't tell a lot of people.
That's
I
hatred.
know I know a lot of people would have really just, you know what? But I gave it all to God. And one thing I can say, what my grandparents always taught me, don't never go looking for karma, because guess what? It's going to only back up even more. Don't ever keep on thinking about, oh, his karma. I want him to get karma and stuff. Because guess what? The karma is going to come when you don't even much think about it. Thank you. Thank you. And I really had to sit there and realize, and I had to really talk to God, like, you know what? God, I really am elevating in life. I have my podcast, my business and all that kind of stuff, and a future business, and I'm in school. And so yeah, I'm really
I'm gonna
chilling.
tell you something. Sometimes people just see me. I'm a type person. If a motherfucker don't like me, they don't like themselves. Because my spirit itself, I already know it's up there. I can walk into a room and light a room up. I know that about myself.
Right.
So if a motherfucker got a problem with me, you got a problem with yourself. Especially when I know the heart that I have. But again, us as people, we gotta stop trying to look for us in other people.
Yes.
You gotta stop trying to look for you in someone else.
Yes.
Cause that shit gonna tear you down. My mom always told me that. She said, you gonna always be hurt, Nikki, a lot of times because you gonna be wanting to see you in somebody else because your heart is big. And we always be like, man, I wish I ain't had no big heart. No, keep your big heart. Just guard that shit the right way. That's it. That's all.
Absolutely.
And it's hard, but yeah.
It is. It's very hard. What was your turning point when, like, where you finally chose yourself?
Now, God. Once I prayed about it and I feel like I'ma sleep good at night, and I know it ain't nothing that can really hurt me because I mean damages is done with more. Fuck. Um, my biggest point was looking at myself in the mirror and saying, "Man, you that girl." Fuck it.
You the prize.
That's it. That's it. That's all. Just knowing who you are. That's where that part. That's where that shit gonna end at. When you know you can walk in the room and you ain't, what's next? When you know you can do whatever, what's next? You mad at me? Okay, bye, go over there. You like me? Bye. I mean, you don't like me? Okay, go over there. You fuck with me? Come on. Come holler at me. Stuff like that. And that's just with anybody. That's when I knew right then and there, I'll never let nothing break your peace. Because ain't shit like peace. You can't buy peace. That shit come within. Don't never let nothing break your peace. And once I got to the point of just understanding that, man, I'm that girl, man. Fuck a nigga. Excuse my language. Fuck a bitch. Love them. Love her from a distance, like her from a distance. Deal with them from a distance and keep that shit going. Because again, man, you gonna be all right. And I tell that to people. I thought I was like, oh, I'm hurt and this and not just with that, but just any situation. Oh, I'm hurt, man. It's the end. We all gonna feel that kind of tension in our life. But when you really just analyze shit, you gonna look back and be like, man, I ain't even had that to do.
Right.
And then even when you're dealing with people, and then you gonna look back and be like, damn, I slept with him. I fuck with him. That's when you know you're really like, oh, I'm embarrassed to even say, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't like that with, at the end of the day, when it come down to me and my husband and stuff, we had our ups and downs. Shit never was always easy. 13 years, man, we put in blood, sweat, and tears.
Of
And that's the only reason why I'm not saying I forgive his fucking ass for what he did. Cause I don't know about my forgiving. Anything gonna re-trigger me. Fuck. Move. Don't make a noise.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But I had to look at the bigger picture and say, come on, Nikki. Y'all, we need each other. He did some hurtful shit, and no, I ain't gotta go double back and do it. Because there ain't nothing to do it. Hell, I'd rather DM. There ain't nothing to do it. The fun. But let's look at the bigger picture. And like I said, God do things for a reason, obstacles. He, maybe. No, because I ain't gonna say that because like I'm sounding like I'm making an excuse. I'm not making an excuse for what he did. Because I ain't gonna make an excuse for what the fuck I did. I done what I did because I wanted to. And that's the difference between me and just I don't blame nobody for no actions I did. Never did, never will. I don't blame nobody. I don't say, well, you did this, why I did. I don't do that. Cause I take accountability. My mama should have named me that name because I will take some accountability. I will tell you, only people I lie to is the fucking judge.
Accountability is a big word. It has to be used in marriages, relationships, and also friendships.
Friendships and accountability.
That's the bigger picture. And guess what? If nobody don't take accountability, then what are we here for? Like,
But not just taking accountability and learning from it, moving forward.
right.
Don't keep doing it and taking accountability because at this point you're playing in my face. Now you keep on trying shit over and over, and we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So in your situation, then how was it like? Was it domestic?
Yes, it was domestic. It was physical, mental, verbal abuse, and it just was. And I ain't gonna lie, either I take accountability too because some things he'll say it will trigger me, and I will
Lash out.
lash out as well. Correct, I will lash out. So I also take accountability in regards to that as well. When I could have left, and walked away, but it wasn't easy to walk away. Honestly, it was not easy to walk away.
No,
Um,
that don't happen overnight.
Creation, and thank you for asking because I wanted to open up about this. Oh, and you are the best person for me to open up about this. Suddenly called about it.
Right.
Um, So it was plenty of times where we'll get into arguments and he'll just say, if you go out this door, you're gonna be single, So I was scared. I didn't want to be single. You feel what I'm saying? That's that manipulation.
Yep, that's it right there. That's that.
Manipulation. And I honestly I don't care if here to this day, right now, I don't care if nobody call me stupid because we all been there, done that. At the end of the day, I'm not embarrassed. That's why I don't judge other women who go through certain relationships, and things of that nature because we all been there, done that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was crazy. Like, you gonna be single. And then he even much told me I'm gonna be single if I go to New Orleans because of course both of us is from New Orleans and that's where my family stayed. And it was like he wanted me all to himself. I didn't have no friends. I'm narcissist in New Orleans. I could not do anything. The only time I went to New Orleans when I was with him is when his sisters had it was for Mardi Gras. Oh, I forgot. I think it was in 2023, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
Something like that. I can't really remember. But the only time I was able to go to New Orleans was around that time. And I didn't see my people since because it was like I didn't want I didn't want to like be single. I didn't want to be by myself. That's how hold up.
scared to be by yourself.
Yeah, and not
Understandable.
only that, had the I had the help from like paying the bills and stuff. Like he paid the bills, he did this, he did that. But one thing I learned about what narcissistic abuse. I don't care if a man do pay the bills. I don't care if a man do stay here and do stuff for you and stuff. But once it gets to the disrespect and the things that I went through as well, and also I'm going to put my book out there. It's called Escaping a Narcissist by Alyssa Moore. It's on Amazon. If you guys want to read it, I'll be very well appreciated if you guys read it on Amazon. It's also on Kindle as well if you have a Kindle book. And you could just read it. It's my whole life. It's the whole relationship. I tell everything raw, cut from top to bottom. I'm not embarrassed. So I just have to put that out there because a lot of women they just bash each other, and I just feel
Yes. Or laugh at another woman pain. Like,
we go through the same thing.
like,
We
none
go
like,
back to the same nigga. Like,
yeah.
we go.
Laughing at another woman pain. Like, nobody not gonna knock on your door. Like karma don't have your address. God damn. Or God don't even have your address. Let's be for real. Nah, it's not easy. It's not cool. It's not fun. Just even, it's just not at all. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and it came to a time, another, I just wanted to break this up. It came to a time when I remember I just had stopped caring.
Yeah.
I stopped caring, and he just was like, why did he stop caring? Like I went to his house one time, and he asked him, he said, why it seem like you don't care no more? I said, because you made me not care anymore. The things you did, the things you
You
said.
done what you had to do, and that's what's to make me not care.
Yeah, and it was just like my whole it just was like my face. And I don't even, obviously I don't even much know why the hell I even much went over there. It was around the time when I was literally about to break up with him. And I don't know why I just kept on holding on. But like I said, it's narcissistic abuse. You're gonna keep on going back and forth until you're tired. It's like when I get a woman get tired when they get tired. When you tired, you'll know when you're tired because guess what? Your stomach won't hurt no more. You'll be eating like
Yes.
tea.
Yes, girl. A bitch over here gained 20 pounds, girl. What?
Yes, it's what baby. When I didn't care,
That happy way.
yes,
Happy to be at peace.
yes,
Way. Yeah.
wait right here, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That part.
But yeah, so quick question. I wanted to also ask you if this is not too personal. Do you think that you guys are going to work it out?
Yeah. On my time.
On your time.
On my motherfucking time.
I know that's right.
I don't move on nobody else's time. On my time. When I'm ready to say, come on, daddy. Yeah. The fuck, right now, don't ask me. You don't come fucking with me. On my time. On my time. Yeah. Yeah. Because again, like I said, I helped build that shit. He ain't gonna go that easy. He ain't gonna tear that shit down that easy. But on my time.
Yeah.
And homeboy, when it's time, yeah, when it's time. He gonna feel every bit of it. Sorry, but yeah, on my time. Oh yeah, but I'm gonna let it work out. I ain't gonna throw it in the towel that easy. That's too easy. That's not up a fight. I like to fight physically, like physically, mentally, emotional. That's me. So I move on my time. Yeah, when I'm ready to say, you know what, you did what you did. Let's clean it up. Let's leave it back there. I'm gonna do it. And when I do that, it's gonna stay there. It's gonna, but now nobody else time.
Right.
Right. Not even on his. No matter how much you cry, pray, laughs, whatever the fuck you think you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I move on my time.
That's why if you do it too easy, then they gonna he ain't gonna do it again.
Yeah. No, we not doing that. You know, and then in a sad part about it, I know it might sound fucked up, but I say, well, you know what? I might just let him go play in the street so he can see ain't shit out there. But then again, I started saying, I started to say, yeah, you know what? You ain't got to sneak no more. Here go the key to the city. Go ahead, go run with it. But then I'm like, ugh, Nikki, is you really built for that? I said, but then damn, if I play like he play, shit, it might not be coming back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just a thought, because maybe hell, if we got married when we was young, we've been married 13 years, but got been together, what, 16 years? I'm 38, he 36. Shit, that our whole fucking life. So it's like maybe you might want to see how it feel to just. That's why I say he probably taking a motherfucker on a bowling date. Yeah, you could tell he ain't playing the streets in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I would have thought bigger. A nigga can't take me on the bowling date if I'm cheating.
Trying to see if he still got it.
Stop trying to see. I get it. I get it, homeboy. Try to see if he still got it. I understand. Try to see if you know how to just finesse a woman. Yeah, yeah, yippty do. But a nigga can't do that to me. Bitch, where we going? What flight I gotta take? See, that's the difference between me and that situation. What plane I need to meet you at what airport? Cause see, if I'ma play hard. I'm going in. A bowling not. Motherfucker can't call me and say, let's go bowling. Now you pissing me off. That's too small for me.
Right.
That's minor. Don't do me like that. No, not tell me, let's go stamp that passport. Now we talking.
Now we talking. Okay, hello somebody.
So that would make, but yeah, definitely. I ain't gonna give it up. That's too easy.
I know that's right.
I feel like giving it up is too easy.
Yeah, fight. And guess what? 13 years. Yeah, y'all. I hope y'all get up there like my grandparents. I really do, but no, for real. And guess what? Some marriages don't get up there, and that's okay. But at least you guys are trying to work it out, because guess what? They have marriages that only be lasted for 5 years, 3, 5 years, 2 years.
Shit, I didn't saw. I saw less than that with the biggest, beautifulest weddings ever.
Yeah, it's crazy, and but it's like I said, it's just social media is just different names, and
And it's so crazy. One thing about it, like, another thing is just, I think one of my biggest problems with him is just not defending me in any situation when they come down to like family, friends, just anything, not defending me. Like, motherfucker, right now, like, if somebody disrespect him, I'm at their top. I'm the only one that can do that. That's how I look at it. I don't give a fuck who you is. So
you know why I'm doing this, right?
yeah, but when it come down to defending me, like, man, you ain't never supposed to let nobody say, oh, like, your girl this and your girl that. Man, I don't care who it is, bro. I'm cut different. I got family and friends that ride for me no matter what it is, all the way to the wheels fall off. And not a soul in my life that call itself a family or friend or anything gonna ever override me and disrespect him.
Right,
Because now we got a problem.
right, right,
But
and
it should still be the same with him.
right.
Man, whatever I go through with my girl or whatever the case is, man, y'all can't say nothing about that. That's for me to handle it. Because if you say somebody, then I got a problem with you. But that come with time, and he got to understand, like, if this is something that you got, man. It's this thing called defending. You gotta ride that shit all the way out the board. Nothing should never hurt your home. Nothing.
Your wife come first.
Yeah, yeah. Guard your wife. It ain't no mama. Hell, not even the children. Cause once they get grown, you want their wives to come before you. Like, so you want to know the history. You want to know the fucking lineup. This is the lineup. Nothing ain't supposed to crack down on that. Nothing. She ain't supposed to question nothing. That's it. He ain't supposed to question nothing. I would never put nobody before him. Not nope. No, I don't give a fuck what it is. I ain't gonna never put nobody before you. Like, if it's anything, whatever right or wrong, I'll deal with you in private. But right now we gonna stand together like a fucking army. And we going in like that, and that's how it's supposed to be. But like I said, that's something he gotta learn too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Just grow together. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Grow together, and I know one day I'm gonna meet my Yui.
Okay, you gonna be.
I'm gonna meet my husband, cause everybody been telling me they who like, girl, you really older than your age. I'm 28, guys. Okay, so but yeah, and I have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
And by me having outsiders as well, reaching out to me and stuff, was, it really was it touched me, shall I say? It touched me a lot. And really, I really grew from that because
Yeah, it cover a lot of ground.
yeah, I have a lot of voice now. That's why my podcast is called Unmuted Soul-tides&growth. So therefore, we have a voice. Us women have a voice. And so y'all fellas, I am not bashing y'all. Please don't think I am bashing.
And if we are, man, so what? Go cry to your mama.
No, for real. I'm not bashing y'all. This is not gonna be a biased podcast. It's gonna be for men and women. But I just came to talk about the marriage situations and stuff like that too, because that is actually a big topic. But do you have any other questions for me, Miss Nikki? Or
No, we good. I mean, like I said, always just keep faith in everything you're doing. Honestly, the main topic is learn people from who they show you the first time. Don't blink. Don't second guess it. Don't say, oh well, yeah, nah, fuck that. That's who that person is.
absolutely, hello somebody.
That's who that person is, y'all.
Okay. Well, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, view the Soul Ties and Grow. I'm your host, Calissa, and this is,
Nikki.
and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank y'all.